Good evening. I am here. This music's a little weirdly balanced. Like, it sounds very low in my ears, but it says it's hitting above negative 25 on the audio mixer, so it's probably pretty loud. Should probably lower it a bit more. And then raise my own monitor here. Hey, so it is Tuesday, or now it's Wednesday, 12:21 a.m. on April 30th. First and foremost, to all who celebrate it, happy Metal Gear Solid 2 Day. You could celebrate it today or tomorrow, or today, if it's April 30th, or yesterday, if it's still April 29th. I will be streaming this game soon, actually. Not tonight, and not April 30th, but I will be streaming it when I come back from vacation. Currently planning for that to be May 13th. Tuesday, May 13th. We'll have to see, though. I do want that to be the game for most of May, and if I have time, I might do something else, too. But yeah, happy Metal Gear Solid 2 Day to all who celebrate. What else? I have not been here in a couple days, so my plan this week was to kind of take it a little easier anyway, because, you know, we're kind of in a transitional period between the Final Fantasy and the summer games that I want to do. And the past few days, I have just felt like absolute crap. I don't know what specifically is wrong. I think it's allergies, because apparently a lot of people are feeling the same way I am. But just really bad headaches. I've been testing myself for you know, sickness. It's coming up negative. I'm hoping it clears up a bit as the week goes on, because I do, you know, there's plans this weekend and next weekend that I'm going to be doing. This weekend I'm going to be at the local fur meet, the big one is what it's called. And of course I referenced when it got announced, because Nessie's doing the art for that too. I refer to it as the big one with the two brackets on each end, like Spampton. But yeah, that's going to be this weekend. I will not be here Friday or Saturday like I usually am, but I probably won't be here Sunday either, as a result. I will likely be here Monday and Tuesday of next week, as well as tonight, tomorrow, and Thursday. Like, the plan is essentially rest of this week up until Friday, and then next week, Monday and Tuesday, I will be here and ready to stream. Assuming I need to and finish everything. Maybe I'll do like a one-off if I could finish everything I want to do. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm just a little out of it. I've been getting like headaches every night, and it's just there's a lot of, apparently it's allergens. There's a lot of pollen in the air, so it's making everyone kind of like gross feeling. But I don't know. If it gets worse, I'll definitely see to it that I take care of myself. But right now, I'm thinking it's on the outs at this point. Like, it's probably the worst of it's probably past. So yeah, that's why I wasn't here Sunday or Monday. I just wanted to get rest. I was going to be here last night, and I decided last minute, like, nah, I'm going to skip out. But I'm here now. Tonight, we're going to finish Crusader of Senti, and then we're going to move into Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Specifically, the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass DLC for the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe game on the Nintendo Switch. I will be going for all gold trophies in Mirror and 200cc. For a very specific reason, I'm going for only those two. But I haven't played most of the Booster Course Pass. I will replay the ones I have played, but for the most part, it's going to be like new territory for me. I have not touched it at all. Because honestly, this DLC came out pretty late after the game came out, and I just wasn't in the mood to go back to Mario Kart. And I still kind of am not. I'm only really doing this so I could say I finished it before Mario Kart World comes out. And I mean, it was always the plan to at least attempt it. Not attempt it, but it was always the plan to do it at some point. But, you know, now better now than never. And yeah, that's kind of it. I don't really have a ton to say. I am finally 99.9% caught up on everything that I need to do. Missed videos, missed DVR TV shows, auditions, which I still have one left, and then projects, voiceover projects, and also drawings. I'm all caught up on every single thing I want to do, except for that one audition that I have to get done later. So I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna hopefully once that last thing's done, I'm gonna stay on top of things. I'm gonna make a concentrated effort not to let it fall by the wayside again. And I mean, it's gonna happen anyway because once I go on vacation, I'm gonna start seeing stuff pile up. But I'm almost all clear to go on vacation this week, and I'm just so happy about that. Just can kind of coast the rest of the time. And to be honest, if I don't do this last audition before I leave, it's not due till the end of May anyway. So, yeah. Also, been getting more and more luck with the voiceover stuff lately. I'm very happy about that. Not luck, I guess, you know, it's luck plus skill. It's a ratio. But I've definitely been seeing a bit more success on the voiceover front lately. So I'm hoping, you know, that keeps up and becomes more consistent. Because it's one thing to see your efforts pay off. It's another thing to see your efforts that you're constantly putting out there pay off consistently. And I'm just really happy that that stuff is kind of moving in my direction now. I'm hoping that we keep up with it going forward. But, who's to say, really? Anyway, I think that's about it. I don't think there's a whole lot else to mention. Except, you know, the obvious thing, if you're looking at my screen right now, you can see that the Switch homepage got updated. So now there are 9 icons here instead of 7. For some reason, they recolored news to be green. They recolored the eShop to be red. They added a game share option, which, that's a Switch 2 exclusive thing. You can't actually initiate that from Switch 1. You could join a Switch 2 game share if they're playing a Switch 1 game, but, that's compatible with it. But, you can't actually initiate it. So this function's essentially useless for the next month and like a week. But yeah, it lets you, users can play compatible software. You can now play together using Game Share. Yeah. So what that is if they're playing a Switch 1 game that's updated to have Game Share, you could play it, locally via the, Game Share option. I believe Game Share works online, but only between Switch 2 systems. They also added the virtual game card thing, which, pretty neat, I guess. I mean, it lets you, you know, it lets you, move over and load, your downloaded games onto other systems. Which this is already loaded here, but like if I have it down, like let's see if there's a game that like I've deleted because it's not here. I don't know. What do I have? The Twitch app. You can't even get this anymore. Yeah, I can load it onto the system, and we just load it there. I can also load it onto like any other system that my account's on, or if a family group member is physically close to me, I can lend it to their system for 2 weeks. Weird time limit, but like it's cool because it automatically sends it back. It makes it unavailable on your system when you do it, but it's a neat function. It essentially just lets you share digital games like locally, which is cool. And it also lets you load them up on different Switches that you own, which is also neat. The only other thing it added was that I believe they added in Switch transfer system transfer to Switch 2. Don't touch this yet. If you pick this option now, it actually like permanently uploads your entire Switch to the cloud, and then completely wipes your system. So do not initiate that yet until you have the Switch 2. Also, apparently it's an all or nothing thing. So if you don't have enough space on your Switch 2's memory card or internal data, you're not going to be able to move everything over. You're going to be able to move the save data over, but you're going to have to pick and choose what digital games you have on there until you get more save data, or save like space, which kind of sucks. I was kind of hoping it would be like a pick and choose thing, because like I need to know, like, am I gonna be able to, like, I don't know, like what about Deltarune? What are we doing with that? It's nice to have a library of digital games I own without having to go all the way to the eShop and wait for it to load. Yeah, I mean, you still have to wait for it to download, but it's interesting. Also, it's cool because like my brother's account he has his own Switch, but it's still tied. It also is tied to my own Switch. So, like, if he's not playing Mario Odyssey, I could just re-download it on my own system if I want to stream it, which I might do at some point, because I have been kind of jonesing for a Mario Odyssey replay at some point. Maybe, like, a quick one. But, yeah, it's pretty neat. Again, it makes this bottom bar really cluttered now, and the online thing still sticks out like a sore thumb. Very confused. Like, I'm guessing they did this because the Switch 2 is going to have these colors, but, like, why do they have to change these two colors, the news and the eShop color? It's so weird. The orange stood out How are you enjoying Senti? I'm loving it. We're gonna finish it in a second. There's one more little thing they changed, and I'm sure this is gonna annoy people. They changed the Donkey Kong icon to be the new style. They gutted the old Donkey Kong icon. The classic art is still here, but like the 3D art is now the Bonanza art, which is really funny. That's the only one they did that with too. It makes it hilarious. Do you have a VOD channel? Yes, I do. Look at my about info on my Twitch page. I should make like a bot command to pull it up too. But yeah, it's there. I know you followed my regular one recently, and I followed you back. Also, hey Quillsoft, how you doing? Anyway, you know, it's cool, I guess. Cool that we're getting ready here. I'm excited for the Switch too, but that's still a ways away. I'm gonna keep my eyes focused forward here, and not like gush about it for too long. So let's just move in and finish Crusader Ascenti here after I adjust the volume a bit. Here we go.